video upload from Aspie with Attitude. You're right now watching episode 420. Just to introduce myself, my name is David. I'm from Melbourne, Australia. I have autism, have Asperger's syndrome. That's why I call myself an Aspie. And you're watching an autistic YouTube content creator channel. If you like what I'm doing there, please, why not subscribe to Aspie with Attitude? That way, you show more support for this channel. And also, please, don't forget to ring this notification bell if you want to keep up to date with Aspie with Attitude. And also, please, don't forget to like and share this video content around. That way, you show more support for this channel, Aspie with Attitude. Since this is episode 420, I had to do this video talking about marijuana and cannabis and trying my best to explain, could this be any good for any autistic individuals to use or take, even as a coping mechanism or even for medicine. So having this though, as a disclaimer, this video is not supposed to encourage the use of smoking drugs, taking marijuana or smoking cannabis or smoking weed, like we're talking about, like blazing spliffs or pretty much smoking bongs and just really ripping out bongs or ripping out cones, whatever you wish to say. So like, I'm not going to encourage any of this, since I'm very determined to make this such a short video, just to explain what would you expect if you actually had been smoking marijuana or cannabis, or maybe taking cannabis pills, whatever, even for medical purposes to cope and deal with being autistic. Well dudes, it actually allows you to really zone out and it can totally dull your senses. Well, that's the whole temptation of taking that stuff. And it's always up for heated debate whether it's going to be any good for anyone on autism spectrum, whether it's a child, a teenager, or even a 45-year-old like me, to be able to really take cannabis just as a coping mechanism. Well, since I know they can actually really zone you out, and there's actually a slang to explain this one, feeling very greened out. Or let's pretend that an autistic individual has a sensory challenge towards loud noises, and especially being in a noisy place. And sometimes like, it's hard to explain if maybe smoking that stuff can actually dull the senses. We're talking about for an autistic individual to be at a party where there's a lot of loud noise, as I say, and you've got too many conversations going on. And could actually smoking weed or marijuana really dull the senses? Well, who knows? It's pretty much up to the individual. As I said before, I am not encouraging people to even try it at all. It's already up to the case studies that I've done, and there have been a lot of research being made to prove if it's any good, whether it's good or bad or really ugly for the autistic individual to even take marijuana just to dull the senses, especially if an autistic individual do get a sensory overload over too many noises. This is just one example I really like to cover. And it's impossible, because you can always leave the comments down below if you've ever tried it yourself, or would this be a very good idea. I am not a doctor, and I'm not in a position to encourage it at all. Because like it's a very controversial drug, it can be very highly addictive, since that, as I said, smoking that stuff quite a bit can give you that warm fuzzy feeling of relaxation and to be able to really chill out and really cool out and just really feel good. And it's always good to sort of sit there in a moment and everything like that, and you just feel that all your sensory challenges had been dulled down. It's not always the case though. That stuff can get very highly addictive, and sometimes if you smoke that stuff on a regular basis, usually never get enough of this real warm fuzzy feeling you get from smoking cannabis or marijuana. And there have been a lot of studies being made whether if cannabis oil could be good for people who are autistic. As this video being published on the 3rd of September 2025, the use of cannabis and marijuana is still illegal here in Australia, and considering that most other places had previously legalised the use of cannabis and marijuana, especially for recreational use, and we're talking about even people in a neurotypical driven society would be smoking that stuff and would actually get the same effect as what an autistic individual would have smoking marijuana. It can make you very lazy, and it really dulls your senses. It's just pretty much like alcohol. For instance, you wouldn't want to be operating any machinery, and you would not want to be driving any cars when you're actually completely high and completely stoned. And what I mean by being high and stoned is, like if you drink a lot of alcohol, yes, it's simply you're completely drunk, as you should be saying there. And this is a very hard topic, since that it's not my intentions to ever encourage the use of smoking marijuana at all. And since that you're watching episode 420, the number 420 is very connected to the use of marijuana and cannabis. And pretty much it's in a college culture in America that 20 past 4 in the afternoon is the most popular time for people to start hitting a few bongs, smoking a few cones, or blazing a spliff. That way, it's probably a better way to really control the use of marijuana, but I just wouldn't really want to be counting on it at all. And dudes, I can say it's just very controversial. It's just a very hard topic to do. I just couldn't help myself, so I made it as far as episode 420 when I did. Now I've talked about marijuana, and I just want to keep this video short as possible. So like, it's not guaranteed to see if the video's any shorter. So like, this is the way I like to cut myself off there with a fidget spinner, and that's the way I like to finish it off is, thanks for watching. Faces and Aspie with attitude, peace and respect, and see you next time. I'm out of here, dudes. Peace.